What's up, my nerds? Welcome back to another episode, First Nerd on the Right. I am your host, Mr. J, and today's just going to be me. Just want to talk about some things that I've been noticing throughout, the statue collectible world. And yeah, so we're just going to dive into it, share some of my thoughts. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. If you notice the same things I do. Is this just an economy thing? Let's see what our collective thoughts are, right, on these next topics I have here. So, what is up with everything being waitlisted now, right? I feel like that's been one of the more trendy things that's been happening throughout this year, specifically. I feel like a lot of these retailers are either getting less product in from the companies, from the statue companies, or maybe they're artificially creating or at least constructing a demand for these statues, right? They may be holding out on us. I don't know. What do you think? Because I've been collecting for the past, maybe like 3 years or so, right? 2.5 years, 3 years. These things used to be available for quite a while, right? You used to get bigger editions, or these things would be available for so long they start getting lots of sales and discounts on these items. But recently, I don't know if companies are making less, which has happened as well. I think a lot of these companies are starting to realize, economy is hitting a lot of people, myself included. I'm not being able to buy as much as I would like as well. And I think a lot of these companies are starting to catch on to, people not buying either, because there just isn't that much, extra money in people's pockets nowadays. We don't have that kind of, liquid money to just burn on unnecessary things, right? Because at the end of the day, this is just a hobby. You don't need these things, right? We want them. And unfortunately, if we don't have as much funds to put into these things, they're not gonna sell as much. So I think that's probably why the prices are going up as well, to make up for that lack of people buying as much, right? I mean, that makes sense in the whole supply and demand chain, right? If you want to keep your profits where they are or increase your profits, you got to look at your charts and whatnot, right? The ones who are still collecting obviously have money to begin with, right? So those ballers are still gonna be able to pay these exorbitant prices, which a lot of companies are starting to really cater to, right? I mean, I get it. That's where the money is. If people are willing to pay, $5,000, $10,000 for, for items, then why wouldn't you sell them at that price? I would too. I get it. But since I'm not one of those high ballers, and I know a lot of us probably aren't either, us average Joes, we rely on more, I guess, doable price ranges, right? We rely on our payment plans. We rely on saving up money or using up points, trying to buy from said retailers that offer rewards programs. But with the way the economy is going lately, it seems that edition sizes are getting smaller, items are getting more expensive. A lot of us average people are getting priced out of our, favorite genres. And I think I'm not exactly sure if the retailers are doing the same thing, as in they're getting less product in because there's less product available, or they're just ordering less product because they're not selling as much either, or are they creating, this bottleneck to get people to feel FOMO, right? Because FOMO is a very big and real thing. As a collector, we're very big on on that impulse, right? We're impulsive people. Oh, I gotta have this, and because I got that one piece, I have to get the one that goes with it, right? The accompanying piece. And since I got two, I gotta get the third one, right? And if I got the third one, might as well get all five, right? And it just grows and grows and grows. We want all of it. We want to feel like we got the whole set. Want to feel completed, right? And I think that notion of feeling that completionism, right, makes us want to keep buying more and spending more, right? But when companies start either creating less or making it look like there's less available when there really is, but they're just making it feel like it's not, we feel the need to buy it right then and there. Pre-order. We have to buy it now. We can't risk missing out on that piece because we wanted to save a couple bucks, right? Because that's what will happen if we all wait and we hold, tight on our wallets. These companies are gonna have, the retailers are gonna have no choice but to lower the prices in order to get the product moving out of the building. You can't just keep it all in there. You gotta keep it going. And more products are gonna be coming in, new stuff are coming out. You gotta get rid of the old. That's when, us savvy people take advantage of these sales. But if they're gonna be making smaller editions, or if companies aren't gonna be ordering as much, so they don't have to put anything on sale, we get into the situation where we are now, where everything is just waitlisted. If you don't pre-order day one, if you don't pre-order within a couple days, couple weeks, it's gone. And once it's gone, we feel like we messed up. Oh my god, now what do I do? And if the demand really is that high and supply really is that low, we're gonna be forced to go to third-party places, forced to go to places like eBay or whatnot, and the aftermarket, and well, we're gonna be paying double, right? Double, sometimes triple, to get these items, and that sucks even more. So it's a tough situation to be in right now, especially with, like I mentioned before, the economy sucks right now. Let's be real. Cost of living is going up. Can't remember when fast food used to be like $6, $7 for a meal. You can buy a meal for two for less than $20. Now, not happening. Even Burger King is costing you like almost $21 for two meals. Even a milkshake or something, right? Even a soda out of the vending machine. Remember when soda used to be $1? 99 cents? Remember when a 2-liter was less than $2? Those days are long gone. Remember haircuts? I barely get haircuts now. I get haircuts every couple months. Back in the day, you remember when haircuts were still $13, $15? Even not too long ago, it was $20. Now, 40 bills. $40 for a haircut. That's wild. And everything's just gonna keep going up. Groceries nowadays. I go to the grocery store, I get 4 things. There goes $70. I don't even know how. A bag of chips. Just regular potato chips. Nice big bag. Try to make it last long. $5, $6. That's wild for a bag of chips. It's getting pricey out there. I'm not even talking about gas or anything like that, because that has gone up as well, unfortunately. But at least it's stayed relatively, stable for the last couple years. Not saying that, it's not expensive, because it is. I used to fill up my Nissan back in the day for $40. Now I'm filling up my Jeep for $65, $70 sometimes. It's expensive out there. Just everything is going up, and unfortunately it's going to be affecting, the statue community as well. Always, like I said, try to take advantage of these rewards programs if you can. Take advantage of the payment plans, but I think going forward, I think there just isn't going to be as much product out there as before. At least edition sizes, right? I think companies are starting to cut down on how many statues they're making, and these statues are going to get more expensive to make up for that profit margin. And again, I don't know if I can trust the retailers on the whole waitlist thing. I don't know if that's, like I said, an artificial thing, or if that's actually what's happening, or it could just be them being smart, right? Just buying less so they don't have to hold on to as much. All of these are possibilities, but in today's day and age, you have to be very skeptical. You can't just trust everyone and everything, right? You have to always assume, they're out to get you in some shape or form, because at the end of the day, it's a business. It's all about the bottom dollar. So, yeah, just wanted to share those thoughts with you guys, see what you think. Have you guys been noticing these things as well? Like, I know a lot of Prime 1 Studio pieces, they're getting smaller editions. Obviously, we do Jurassic Park here, and there's pieces that are only getting 99 pieces made. There's certain statues that are only getting a couple hundred pieces made, and and there's other pieces that are still out there for over a year now, right? So I don't know how they're choosing which ones get made less of, or that's just the new trend going forward. I know again, things are getting more expensive all around as well. Even like Iron Studios, for example, they're getting smaller but more expensive. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's what's happening. And as far as I could tell, I don't see any edition size on any of their statues. I've looked, unless it's hidden somewhere and I don't see it. So they usually mass produce a lot of these things, like, unless it's like a massive diorama. These are pretty mass produced pieces, 1/10 scale. How is it that all these things are waitlisted already, right? They literally just came out. So I don't understand what's going on there. But just be careful out there, guys. Be smart, be savvy with your money. Hopefully, you can keep collecting. If not, you need to take a break. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? I know I'm definitely being much more choosy. I've canceled items left and right to change them for other items, because you can't have it all. Just can't. Especially not now. Maybe in the future, right? Things level out, hopefully, or try to make more money, and just continue with the hobby as you can, right? If you gotta stick to the smaller things, or you gotta stick to one statue at a time, do a couple a year, one a year, depending what the budget is. Do what you gotta do. I know I'm being much more picky for sure. It's probably gonna be less items a year as well, but that's just the way things are right now. Let me know your thoughts. Share your opinions in the comments. What do you think? Have you noticed these things is affecting you? Are you still buying the same? Are you buying more? Are you buying less? Are you being more picky? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening to me rant a little bit. Just share my thoughts. Till next time, my nerds.